Mr. Ron Burley. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure now to introduce to you my colleague, the last basketball coach in West High School history, who won the last East-West basketball game, Mr. Bud Braun.
It is my pleasure to announce my buddy who coached and taught and brought a lot of changes to a lot of young people at West and Bremerton High School. My friend, Lanny Dow.
And now Bud Braun will introduce the visitors on tonight's scoreboard, the West High Wildcats.
All right, if I could have the gentlemen come out in the court so folks can see you. We'll start with number 23 from the class of 72, Mike Anderson. Number 15, a starter tonight, Kim Atwater from the class of 75. Another starter, number 14 from the class of 79, Bill Baxter. Number 23, the oldest player out there for the Wildcats, the class of 64, Golden Throat, Ron Burley. Wearing number 7 from the class of 77, Bebop Bob Winter. Another starter tonight, number 29, from the class of 78, Tom Hambone Henry. Wearing number 11, class of 74, Bill Hoba. Wearing 35, class of 81, Jeff Mansky, a starter. His brother from the class of 80, number 13, Mike Mansky. Your final starter for the Wildcats, number 33, from the class of 72, Cal Ormiston. Wearing number 4, the class of 77, Farron Randolph. Wearing number 1 from the class of 77, Gary Hill. Wearing 12 from the class of 74, Bill Big Bird Nyland. Wearing number 2 from the class of 72, Greg Lewis. Number 3 from the class of 79, Ted Big Tree Bryant. 31 is the number for our 6th player, Ron Smith, class of 78. And last but not least, number 45, the class of 65, Larry Thatcher.
Your West High Wildcats. And now for the introduction of our home team tonight on the scoreboard, in the white shirts, the East High School Knights. Wearing number 9, class of 77, Scott Sampson. Number 43 from the class of 71, Big Steve Boyce. Number 31, a guest on the team tonight, a member of our Bremerton School Board, on loan from the Bellingham Red Raiders, Dave Boynton. Number 33 from the class of 74, Rich Dorset. From the class of 82, donning uniform number 23, Brad Evenson. From the class of 85, number 34, Matt Ames. And from the class of 84, number 31, Jim Lewis. From the class of 72, Brent Gibbler. And your next starters, from the class of 77, wearing uniform number 33, Kevin Backlund. Wearing uniform number 42, from the class of 71, Dave Bean. From the class of 76, uniform number 15, Greg Farrar. From the class of 78, wearing number 53, Kevin Hassett. And last but not least, two-time state champion, UPS All-American, number 55, Big Rick Walker. Your East High Knights. And the East High Knight drill team.
And welcome to West Sound TV Presents, and we're going beyond high school basketball. This is our traditional holiday bowl for West Sound as we present the East versus West High School alumni game from Bremerton High School and the Les E. Thorne Gymnasium. I'm the Dr. Doc Park. We've got Spencer Anderson streaming tonight for the Kitsap Sun. And we also have Mr. Eric Reichel doing the camera for you, and my partner on that other microphone, Kitty Campagna, who was not an East High or West High graduate like I was. And I was a white knight.
Well, Doc, I was a Billings Central Ram, so I did actually graduate, but not from any of these schools.
Not from these alumni here at Bremerton High School. Lanny Dowell, your PA announcer, along with Bud Grant. It's great to see an alumni band, the alumni pep squad and drill team out there. Yeah, we're going to have a good game tonight. Third time in recent history these teams have met, and the East High Knights have come away with 2 victories.
Well, we're seeing if it's going to be a three-peat or not and see how that goes.
East is in the white and the black, and we'll get those lineups. That's Greg Farrar out there at point. 33 is Kevin Backlund. Mr. Rick Walker, who puts this whole thing together these last couple years, and we'll get into that as we go on. Down low to the big guy, Mr. Brent Gibbler. Shot is off, and the rebound to the West High, and the blue and gold ball gets loose, and coming away with it is it's Backlund, Kevin Backlund, class of 78. Farrar out there, class of 76.
Backlund to Gibbler.
Brant Gibbler, class of 72. Long outsider for 3 to put the first points on the board for Greg Farrar from East High School.
Greg of the knee brace, but he certainly still has the outside shot to go with that.
Well, at point for the Wildcats, we've got Tom Hamry. Down into the corner goes Jeff Mansky. Mansky's shot is off, goes over the back, and Jim Lamont, one of our 3 alumni refs. Some of them are still working. Joe Frank.
Joe Frank still works. The other gentleman is Al Stotts. He was an East High grad, and he actually referees up in the Vancouver area.
Farrar with the basketball.
Just underway here in quarter number 1. We're playing 8-minute quarters. The big guy is out front. He gets it into Hassett. Hassett sends it back to Gibbler. Uh-oh, they tried to go to a crossing Rick Walker. Ball gets loose, and West High comes away with it. We haven't got through the West High lineups. We've got Tom Hamry with it. 33 is Cal Ormiston. 14 is Bill Baxter, class of 79. 35, the big guy inside, Jeff Mansky. Who did we miss?
Number 15, Kim Atwater with the ball right now.
Okay. Bad shot by Baxter. Rolls off. Rebound comes down to Kevin Backlund. Backlund 33. One of the multiple 33s.
They don't have quite as many multiples this year, probably because they're kind of dropping like flies after years.
Good double team down low.
Two down.
Two on the wood. First one that went down was Kevin Hassett.
Atwater with the drive, and he is hacked.
Now before this, they had a first game, which was called the New Century Players and the Old Century Players, which incorporated those that played for Bremerton High School in the 80s and 90s. And the New Century guys were those that played for Bremerton after 2000 and beyond.
Correct, and at halftime the score on that one was 30-12 with the New Century in the lead, but they did come away victorious 72-61, but quite a comeback by the Old Century, let me tell you.
I think they got within 6 points there in the
at one point.
Final quarter.
Yep.
They were playing college time, 2 20-minute halves.
And 30-second shot clocks, which are women's shot clocks. So, why not make them work?
That's okay.
It was also running clock. So
24 seconds of the pros.
Yep.
And it appears that we don't have a shot clock for this particular game. Inside to Rick, out to Gibbler, and he tries to work it inside. But again, West has had a couple of takeaways so far here in number 1.
Well, and remember that they really didn't have the technology for a shot clock back when these guys were playing.
Oh, yeah. No shot clock back then.
Stolen by Backlund.
And he keeps a hold of it. He goes down low to Hassett. Hassett's got the turnaround, shots off, and the rebound pulled down by that West High Wildcat, Kim Atwater. That is Atwater there. He'll go down low. Baxter sends it out to a driving
That was
number
Hamry.
29, Tom Hamry, who looked like he got hammered on the top of the head there. No whistle though. And Gibbler, Brant Gibbler, with the rebound. And boy, we remember Brant's son a few years ago.
We do,
leading
for
the
Bainbridge.
Star Center for Bainbridge High School. Took him to the state
And
championship
there's Brant
ball
now
game.
on cue,
Well,
making
good,
a three.
Good for you, Brant. And what a great team. Besides Cody Gibbler, there was Stephen Gray on that team. And just a real pleasure to work with those guys. Oh, count the 3 that time for Mr. Jeff Mansky, class of 81.
Well, poor Brant is trying to get out of the game. He has given the international symbol, patting himself on the head, but there has not been a break in play. New players ready to come in.
Well, I guess maybe that's one of the problems of the constantly running clock.
Well, they aren't doing running clock on this one. They were doing running clock in the previous one.
Oh, okay.
Farrar for
Whoa, three-pointer. These guys have practiced their three-point shots. The East High Knights lead 9-4. 3 minutes and 19 seconds left to go in the first quarter. And Rick Walker pulling it down. And here comes that first time out. And most fans of local Bremerton basketball know that Rick Walker was the leader of the East High School team that went to the state championship for a couple of years in the early 70s under legendary Coach Les Eathart.
would this be Les Ethorn Gym that we're
Sure
in?
is, yep. And it was great the first year they started the alumni game up again was when they named the gym for Coach Ethard and the floor for Ken Wills, who was a coach in the Bremerton district back in the 40s. And so it was really great for them to be able to get that in. And since then, since that first year, Rick Walker and his group Sports Beyond have been organizing it. And we've got a good crowd here tonight. It's a pretty rainy Tuesday out there.
I know. Have you looked outside? It was horrid.
December 27th. So like I said, this is our holiday bowl, Kitty.
Yeah, our holiday bowl, and they are raising money for the Les Ethorn Scholarship Fund, which is given to a senior boy and girl basketball player to help pay for college. Sports Beyond is going to donate an equal amount to the cheer program, up to $1,000.
All right, that's a great program, man. We've got some new players in. Number 9 for East is Sampson. And the big guy there at the high post who gave Brant Gibbler a rest is Steve Boyce, class of 71. So you can see 71, 72. They had a couple big guys besides Rick.
Could be why they were so successful. Number 23 also in there, Brad Evanson.
And turnover.
And new ones for our guys in blue. 23, Mike Anderson, is going to get the ball right now and bring it up court. And the oldest gentleman and a cappella Star Spangled Banner man, Ron Burley, number 22. 31 is Ron Smith.
Yeah, Ron Burley from the class of 74.
Ron Smith for 2. It's lucky he gave me the correct name, because otherwise we would have been giving credit to the wrong guy for those 2 points.
Ron Smith from the class of 78. 9-6 now. The Wildcats down by 3. Again, that 3-point shot count hit for Brad Evanson on this one. 2 minutes left to go in the first quarter. That's Ron out front to number 23, Mike Anderson. To Ron Burley off the center. He did a
rebound to Atwater.
And he's going to get fouled, get a trip to the free throw line. And Ron did a very nice job on the Star Spangled Banner to open the show. And Atwater will get 2 in the act of shooting. Under 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Oh, wouldn't quite go down for him.
Mansky comes out, and number 2, Greg Lewis, into it.
And that one goes off. Who's going to grab that board? And blue ball, says Mr. Joe Frank.
Nice hustle by Atwater.
It sure was. Good hustle, too, there by number 23 for Bremerton, Brad Evanson. But Atwater beat him, and the Wildcats have got it. Oh, they got Greg Lewis, big number 2 in there at the post. Greg was going to throw it to Joe. Joe was not ready to
Joe was not ready for that catch at all. You have to have your hands in that ready position. Now our guest is entering the game, number 31, Dave Boynton. I believe was it City Council that they said? He's a Mr. Bremerton sort of guy.
And coaching for East High School, Brian Geringer and Kevin Olson on the bench for him, carrying on Coach Ethorn's tradition. Oh, nice move by Greg. They send it out front. It's Greg and Ron. Oh, and they're going to say West will keep it.
They were playing the tip drill going down there. That was great.
And Greg Lewis from the class of 72. Ron Burley from the class of 64. They were still running it, trying that fast break.
Ted Bryan, big tree into the game, number 3.
And the coaches for the West High Wildcats, Don Lay from the class of 71 and Dave Pemberton from the class of 71. And with that rebound, bringing it cross court for the Knights, Dave Beams in there. That's Evanson into Steve Boyce.
Nice passing.
Good outside shot. That's worth 2, but Scott Sampson gets in the scorebook. It's a 14-6 lead for the Knights from East High. Oh,
Anderson with the shot.
Coach Anderson.
Boys, the rebound.
Mike Anderson, a coach up at Bainbridge. Oh,
Stevenson.
Evenson for 2.
and that was a layup. Had to work on that one. 16-6 lead for East High over the gold and blue of the West High Wildcats. Working it into Lewis, and Lewis will get fouled.
Sampson with the foul.
They are counting team fouls.
Anderson's going, yeah, he was shooting. Couldn't you tell?
Foul to Sampson.
Apparently not personals.
Oh, that might be true.
I don't
Okay.
think they did last year. Uh-oh. Pass was tipped in, knocked into the hand of the East High School. Ooh, once again, Brad Evanson pumps that 3. They're going to have to put a defender on Brad.
That might be a good idea. Oh, and that almost went in for Ron Smith.
At the buzzer, it rattled off the iron. That would have been a long distance 3. But at the end of the first quarter here, the East High School Knights lead the West High School Wildcats 19-6 in our 2011 alumni game.
Well, Doc, in the past, it's been a little bit of a domination from Rick Walker in the middle. But right now, we're seeing some three-point shooting. Farrar has 2 threes. Evenson has 2 threes. Gibbler has a 3. And a couple others actually put in some that only counted 2 for the East High Knights.
Well, maybe they figured after the last couple years, they don't have to run as much or play that hard-fought battle in the trenches.
We have seen some teeth loss, that's for sure.
If they get the 3-pointers.
That's correct.
I can see these guys out all summer practicing that 3 in the backyard.
Well, a lot of these guys obviously are in pretty good shape. They are playing in city leagues and up at the naval base, so all kinds of places around here. So they are not practicing.
And of course, one of the most famous graduates from Bremerton High School, he's working tonight. Mr. Marvin Williams.
Well,
playing
yeah,
with the Atlanta
finally.
Hawks.
Yeah, it took them a while to start that working things. Yeah, I'm sure he'll come back for one of these.
I'd like to see Marvin and Rick go against each other.
In their prime?
Well, in their prime would have been great competition, yeah. West brings it in to start the second period with East High up, and another whistle. Raising his hand that he committed the foul is Dave Bean. That's something else you don't have to do. These guys were all taught when they played that when you tagged with that foul, you got to raise the hand.
Exactly. Big Tree at the line. Makes that first one.
It's number 1. I don't have a class. Classes.
I don't either.
No,
I missed his class.
Ted Bryan. Second one goes down. Nice smooth shot. 19-8. Just underway here in the second quarter. And East tries to work it in. Ball gets loose, but picked up and sent back out. They'll work it around the outside into the boys. Oh, Greg Lewis. Knocking it loose. Back to the Wildcats.
Atwater has the entire other team surrounding him.
That he almost made that. Coming away with it for the East High Knights, Scott Sampson. He'll give it over to Dave Bean.
So I was thinking this 7:30 start's a little late for guys this old. Aren't we into their bedtime? Or But Bob explained to me that they're at least probably all retired, so it's not a tough thing.
Another foul tag to East. 5 team fouls for East, 2 for West, and another change of lineup. We got some new guys in there. Bill Hobaugh for West High handles the ball now, former North Kitsap girls basketball coach.
Number 31, Dave Tim Lewis is in.
And the big bird's in. Bill Nyland for the Knights, or for the Wildcats,
Rick
excuse me.
Torres with that rebound.
Ooh, it was a good attempt. Yeah, East is going to maintain the possession.
That was Matt Ames, number 34, and this number 33 is Rick Torseth
Also
from the
Ames
class of
is
74.
lineup, as well as
Steve
Into
Boyce
Rick.
coming out.
Yeah, Walker shots off. Nice board though by Torseth, keeping it alive for East. Oh, they get it back out front. There's that jumper. Shot is off. A rebound pulled
Lewis
down.
on Lewis.
Yeah, Rick with that nice jumper. Shot is off. West comes away with it. 19-8. Oba over to Big Bird. Bill Nyland. That's Lewis.
Oh, and it's a bowling match or something. Several pins just went down.
Yeah, that water will take advantage of that. Drive the baseline. Can't make it. It's a break. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, yeah, that was pretty.
Woo.
Nice feed there from Evenson.
Not much Hobaugh could do there.
Yeah, nice play that time.
Evenson with the pass and Tim Lewis with the basket.
6 minutes left to go here in the half.
Back in for the Cats.
And Baxter coming back in, and Ted Bryan's going to come out. Got that old zone D for the Knights.
Oh, and you got
Lewis
Rick in the
on Rick
middle.
Walker. And shot is off. Oh, good eye to send it down court.
Nice defense by Baxter.
Tim Lewis, though, couldn't get the shot up, so they'll have to start over again. Oh, a drive and a nice shot by Matt Ames. Now, Ames is listed from the class of 85. I'm not sure exactly how these guys in the 80s made it on the East High team.
Oh, there was something to do with the recruiting, so we hear.
Oh,
Oh, Nyland goes for two.
nice tip back by the big guy, Bill Nyland. 23-10, Knights still up. We got about 5 minutes left to go in this first half.
Well, and people who were here early also got to see the drill teams from both groups and some alumni band.
Ames' shot is off. Rebound pulled down by Nyland. Hobart sends it up to Atwater. Inside. Oh, nice dish. And Greg Lewis couldn't finish, but a good dish that time.
Coming from Baxter.
Across court.
The long arms of Lewis almost got that. I think we're going to have the other Lewis out of bounds.
Player on the baseline and
Timeout.
timeout, West High.
Looks like we're going to have some wholesale changes at this point. A lot of guys sitting,
2012 Leslie Thorngolf.
Well, about-
occupying the bench.
About halfway through the second quarter, and the East High Knights lead 23-10 over the West High Wildcats. And like I said, we've got all kinds of alumni people here. You mentioned the drill team. We've got some alumni band members out there playing tonight. Some of the pep squad cheerleaders.
Alumni sitting in the crowd. It's a good-sized crowd, as you said, Doc, for a rainy Tuesday night. They've really brought in some people. And it's a great cause that they're raising money for, and for them to continue to do this. And I can see why Rick Walker has started the new decade, old decade game, because at some point the East-West guys just aren't going to be able to go up and down that court.
Yeah, and the East guys are starting to put on a little age too, like me. All right, here we go. Coming in out of that timeout. West with the basketball. Into Nyland at the high post. He tries to go down low. A whistle blows and out of bounds. Will belong to the Wildcats. Inbound pass.
Mansky
To
with the
Mansky.
shot.
And he'll get two at the free throw line. Jim Lamont with that call.
Mansky on the line for a pair.
4 minutes exactly left to go in this first half. And the East High guys did their traditional warm-up where at the 3-minute, 33-second mark, they left the court at warm-up, which is what Coach Ethorn always used to do. Give one last moment for him to relax, talk to him for a minute, and come back out.
See, having alumni is good, Doc. You know things that I certainly wouldn't, so that's good.
Yeah, let's see how many players do they have in blue and gold out there.
This
Oh,
could
there
give
we
them
go.
a chance
We
for a
got
comeback.
5.
I'm thinking they could. There should be a rule like that. If you're behind by 20, you can play with like 6 or 7. But in is the other Mansky, Mike Mansky, number 13, class of 80.
Cross-court pass to Farrar. Into Rick. Good guard, good D that time by Mansky. Oh, Rick
Walker
doing a nice
gets it.
job. And he'll get a trip up to the free throw line for a 3-pointer the old-fashioned way. That was nice of him to stay with that ball, grab it off the floor.
Oh, there's some good defense on that. Some hands coming in from behind. They know where Rick is going, to the basket.
And that shot's in. 3-pointer for Rick Walker. 26-12 lead for the Knights. The East High Knights. Have to keep qualifying it. Uh-oh, air ball, but he gets his own rebound. Mansky's second shot is off, and Rick will clear the boards for East High. Who's got it?
Crowd looking for either an over and back or something.
Ends up being Matt Ames getting a little pressure down in the corner. Gets it out front, though, and Farrar will look for somebody. Oh, Ames with the tip in and the 2. Matt Ames.
You know, when they recruit people from older or later classes, they do good work.
Bill Baxter with it, sends it over to Cal Armiston. Cal will take the jump shot. Right
That's
through.
for 2.
Nothing but net for Cal. 2:35 left to go in this first half.
Exactly half. The guests have 14 and the Knights with 28.
Farrar with it. Down low. Ooh, nice 3-pointer that time by Tim Lewis. There's another one of those recruits. Class of 84. Oh, that would have been a really nice basket if it had got in. Everything but the basket for Ormiston on that. Lewis over to Rick Walker. Matt Ames with it out at the point. He'll send it over to Torseth.
Lewis is going to shoot it again.
Well, he made the last one. That one off the side of the backboard, though, and coming away with it, number 35, Jeff Mansky. We've got 2 Manskys out there for West tonight.
I like the battle between Ron Smith and Rick Walker under the board. They just kind of hang on to each other. I think they're actually helping each other stand. I'm not sure.
Well, with a minute and a half left to go in the half, we've got wholesale changes going on here for East High. Coach Kevin Olson there.
Boy, Mr. Gibbler's got some size to him. We know where Kobe gets it, don't we?
Oh, yeah.
Rebound to Backlund, ahead to Hassett.
Uh-oh. And who's going to get it? It'll be the East High Knights will maintain possession. And Brant was quite a decent golfer, too.
Ah, okay.
He was on the golf team when I was. He's a year after me, 2 years after
Here
me,
goes
actually.
Farrar from 3, and
Oh,
there's
tip it
Gibbler.
in. The big guy couldn't get the tip. I wanted to
No.
see him grab that rim.
Yeah, exactly. West High Wildcats fight among themselves for that one.
1:15 left to go here in the first half of action.
Bebop Bob Winters entering. He's going, yeah, they called timeout when I come in. They're scared.
Timeout. The East Side. 31-14 lead for the Knights out here. Game played December 27th, 2011.
Her son played at East High School. She had a son who played at Bremerton High School. She had a son who coached at Bremerton High School, and she was the loving and Rory Coach. I'd like to have Patty Thor across the gym. Patty Thor.
So we have the mother of every sort of alumni that can happen there. So I like it.
Well, unless Coach Eathorn's wife.
Yep, yep. If she could come out and throw a clipboard on the floor, the evening would be complete.
Yeah, I wonder if Kevin's got that one in his repertoire.
He told me he did help lead him out there for that particular move that night.
Class of 74.
All right, East brings it in. A quick whistle, though.
They say he went out and came back in and was the first one to touch the ball.
1:14 left to go here in the half. Bill Baxter with it. Sends it over to number 33, Cal Armiston. Inside. Nice move that time.
Rick Mansky.
Kibler, the rebound.
Head to Hassett. Farrar slows it down. And there's Backlund.
And that shot's off, and it's Bob Winters. Came away with it, but lost it on the pass out. Bob, of course, DJing, and every year he hosts the music down at the Blackberry Festival.
Which will be no more. That particular association has folded from what I read in the newspaper.
Yeah, we'll see. I was talking to some people.
Oh, rejected.
There we go. The big guy gets one.
And you got to look at the smile on the man's face. I know we don't have close-ups, but it is great.
Yeah, that one's worth it on replay there.
Yeah. DVR and move it backwards.
Well, we'll see. I did hear that there were other people considering helping to put the Blackberry Festival on, and I hope they do because it's a nice festival for downtown Bremerton.
Exactly.
We'll be right back.
Okay, that's the end of the half here in the East-West Alumni ball game, and the East High Knights lead the West High Wildcats 31-14.
Well, Doc, it's now kind of an attrition sort of idea, and I think that could be why our East High Knights recruited a few people. We always know that the second half is sometimes a little bit slower, but these guys surprise us with how well they do out there.
Yeah. Well, we're West Sound TV. Happy to have you with us. We want to thank the KitsapSun.com for streaming this game live to the community and as well as putting it on their archive. And, of course, we'll be running this. If you're watching it, you'll be seeing it on BCAT, Channel 3 Wave, Channel 12 Comcast. We've got Spencer Anderson doing the streaming for the Sun. Eric Reichel, our cameraman tonight. Kitty Campagna on the other microphone. And I'm the doctor, Doc Parr, saying stay tuned. We'll have that second half for you shortly. Eric, if you got tape,